Okay, so you mentioned that you've adjusted seats to put them in the car. Did you find that you had to adjust the driver's seat to get in it?
Yeah.
And how tall are you?
I'm about 6'2".
Okay. Did you get a sense for who drove the car last by the seat?
Yeah.
And who did you think it was?
Well, I'm guessing it was her, Mrs. Courier, that did most of the driving for a number of reasons.
Yeah. Well, what reasons are that?
Well, for one, I think that's what they told me. But yeah, he wasn't in any shape to drive. It seemed like so.
Did you notice anything peculiar about either of them as they walked or moved around?
Aside from the fact that they weren't in the best of shape, I mean, I don't know. No,
Did either of them walk with a limp or anything like that? I know you mentioned that Bill is a pretty heavy guy. Anything else about him that led you to the conclusion that he wasn't in great shape?
Well, I knew he had diabetes. They told me that shortly after we left their house.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm fumbling through my notes to find important questions to ask you. Now, tell me about this abandoned farmhouse. I know in the interview you described quite plainly how you get the guy into the basement through the storm door that leads down into the basement. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And once he's tied up in the basement, you after your little chase with the woman there, do you bring her in the same door or a different door?
No, I brought her in through the front door.
Okay, and can you describe the front of that particular house?
It was either a screened-in or a glassed-in porch, about probably 6 by 12 or 6 by 20 on the front of the house. There was, I believe, a screen door you had to go through to get into the porch area, and then there was a standard entry door that led into the living room of the old portion of the farmhouse.
Yeah. Okay. Now, when you were scoping that place out earlier, did you go inside it and go through it?
I did.
Okay, so you knew exactly where things were and where you wanted to place them and all that stuff. One thing I didn't get, now with her, you bring her in the front door. There's an upstairs there, right?
Yes.
You go upstairs, or are you on that ground floor?
No, I took her upstairs.
Okay, and what's up there, furnishing wise or anything?
There was most of the interior doors were off the hinges. There was, I think there were some old heating appliances, either boilers or something in the rooms, and there were several old mattresses upstairs, but for the most part, that was it. Just larger pieces of furniture was the main thing that was in the house. Most of the household items had been removed.
Yeah, and not in the basement, but on the ground floor, were there a couch or anything?
Yeah, there was
anything like that.
There was a couch in the living room. There was maybe a recliner, and there was a old freestanding wooden TV.
Oh, okay.
Circa
All right.
1960s.
So you're did it ever concern you that I mean, there's 2 floors that separate you between him and her. It would seem like a lot of stuff could be going on when you're upstairs that you don't know about, and the other way around when you're downstairs. Are you that confident in how secure you have these people?
Yeah, I was. Well, things didn't go exactly as planned. So
yeah, I kind of gathered that. I wish at some point you'd tell me what exactly his plan meant, but that's any interest in telling me that?
No, all I can say is that I had specific things that I wanted to happen in mind, and because of actions taken by them, there were it just frustrated me to the point where I still was going to go through with it, but it didn't go exactly as I had planned.
Okay, and you had plans for both of them. You mentioned is that correct?
Yeah.
He wasn't just like collateral, just being there. You had plans for him as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you're talking about raping the woman, you mentioned going outside after a while, and then coming back in again. Are you like a smoker? Do you go out and smoke, or leave any cigarettes? Or I know you smoke cigars because they talked about you having cigar breaks. Is that what you do when you step outside, or are you just getting some air?
No, that's what I was doing.
You were smoking?
Yeah.
Did you take the butts with you, or
well,
there
there isn't really a butt. I smoke them down to where there's not much left, and then I step on them until they look like just another pile of leaves on the ground.
Okay. All right. So, are we talking cigarettes? Is that the deal, or the cigar?
No, it's a cigar. It's all tobacco. It's not.
Yeah.
I think I smoked a couple of them in their backyard too.
Okay. All right. Well, and you'd say that they're smoked down so fine that they would be almost impossible to even recognize as being part of a cigar.
Yeah, once you step on them, it's just tobacco leaves. So once you step on them and they're not in the shape of a cigar anymore, they look just like any other bit of leaves or vegetation you might step on.
All right. Yeah, feel free to interject if you think there's anything else I need to know that I'm not asking.
Well, it sounds like you've already heard the major interview, so.
Well, you talked about having a Glock handgun with you, right?
It was a Smith & Wesson, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it a semi? Is it 40 cal?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened to that? I know what happened to the 1022, and I know what happened to the gun you took away from the house, but I don't know about the Smith & Wesson semi.
The Smith & Wesson was, I was actually arrested with that in Texas.
Oh, okay. All right. You didn't, you say that you hit the guy with a shovel a few times downstairs. Is that your shovel? Is it a shovel that was in the basement, and did you take that away?
No, it was a shovel that was already in the house, and I didn't take it away. I think I actually left it in the basement.
Would there have been any blood on it or anything?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me back up a second. Is there anything else about their house that you remember that maybe I forgot to ask you
Sure there is. I don't really know what you're looking for, though.
It strikes you as like, geez, why didn't you ask me that?
No.